Join me as I dive deep into the mind of John L Petersen and see if I can uncover what really makes him a visionary for humanity. Petersen once said, "The future is not something that happens to us, it is something we create." These words are more than inspiration. They are a challenge. Imagine a man who dedicated his entire life to studying patterns, signals, and disruptions that most of us overlook. While the world races forward at breakneck speed, Petersen chose to pause, observe, and ask, where are we really heading? In this journey, we're not just exploring the biography of a futurist, we're uncovering the mindset of someone who saw possibilities where others saw chaos. This isn't just about technology or politics, it's about the power of foresight, the courage to question assumptions, and the responsibility to shape a better tomorrow. So, let's step into Petersen's world and discover how one mind could light the way for all of humanity. John L. Petersen is not just another thinker, he's one of the world's most respected futurists, a man who has dedicated more than 4 decades to exploring how humanity can prepare for what lies ahead. A former naval officer turned strategic planner, Petersen combined discipline with imagination, founding the Arlington Institute, a pioneering think tank focused on future studies and global challenges. Over the years, he has worked with governments, corporations, and visionary leaders, guiding them through the turbulence of rapid technological shifts, environmental crises, and geopolitical uncertainty. What makes Petersen extraordinary is not just his ability to predict trends, but his courage to ask the uncomfortable questions. What if history is wrong? What if technology reshapes not only our societies, but our very humanity? In this introduction, we step into the life of a man who saw the future not as destiny, but as a canvas, one that humanity must paint with wisdom, foresight, and courage. John L. Petersen's journey into futurism didn't begin in lecture halls or think tanks. It started in the disciplined environment of the U.S. Navy. As a naval officer, Petersen learned to navigate uncertainty and make decisions where the cost of failure was high. This experience became the foundation of his later career in strategic foresight. After leaving the military, he turned his attention to the big picture, the intersection of technology, society, and human evolution. In the 1980s and 1990s, while most people were focused on immediate political or economic issues, Petersen was already asking, how will computers, artificial intelligence, and global networks reshape the very fabric of human life? Through his books, such as Out of the Blue and A Vision for 2012, and his countless lectures, he pushed audiences to think critically about assumptions they held about the future. He emphasized that forecasting wasn't about predicting one fixed path, but about exploring multiple possibilities and preparing for them. His work inspired a new generation of leaders and thinkers to combine science, technology, and philosophy with foresight. Petersen's rising influence came from his unique blend of military precision, intellectual depth, and an unshakable belief that humanity could and must consciously shape its destiny. If you're finding this journey inspiring, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. There's so much more to uncover about visionary thinkers shaping our future. The defining moment of John L. Petersen's career came with the creation of the Futures Forum, an ambitious initiative designed to bring together some of the world's sharpest minds to discuss humanity's most pressing questions. This wasn't just another conference. It was a laboratory of ideas, where scientists, policymakers, entrepreneurs, and visionaries gathered to imagine what the future could look like. By fostering conversations across disciplines, Petersen helped break down the silos that often keep solutions trapped within one field. What made this moment so pivotal was Petersen's ability to bridge theory and practice. He wasn't content with abstract speculation. He wanted foresight to have real-world impact. For example, through the forum and his writings, he highlighted the looming consequences of climate change long before it became mainstream, and he pointed to the disruptive potential of emerging technologies like the internet, biotechnology, and artificial intelligence. Many of his insights, once considered radical, have since proven prescient. This project solidified Petersen's reputation as a true visionary for humanity, a thinker who didn't just predict trends, but inspired collective action to shape them. For those who participated, the Futures Forum was more than an event. It was a call to responsibility, reminding leaders that the future isn't predetermined. It is built by the choices we make today. After the groundbreaking success of the Futures Forum, John L. Petersen's influence began to ripple far beyond the circles of academia and policy. His work became a source of inspiration for a new generation of leaders, innovators, and thinkers who sought to integrate foresight into every aspect of human progress. Unlike many futurists who only describe possibilities, Petersen gave people tools, strategies for anticipating change, and frameworks for making better decisions in uncertain times. His influence extended to the innovation space, where entrepreneurs used his methods to anticipate disruptive technologies and adapt their business models before it was too late. In the realm of personal development, Petersen's emphasis on critical thinking and self-awareness helped individuals reframe their relationship with the future, turning anxiety about uncertainty into a sense of empowerment. Even in cultural and educational domains, his ideas sparked a movement toward teaching systems thinking, scenario planning, and resilience as essential skills for the 21st century. The lasting impact of Petersen's contributions lies in how they reshaped the way humanity approaches its challenges. His foresight didn't just prepare people for the future, it empowered them to actively participate in shaping it. From boardrooms to classrooms, his ideas encouraged humanity to embrace responsibility, creativity, and long-term thinking. In this way, Petersen became more than a futurist. He became a guide for how to live with clarity and courage in a rapidly changing world. As we look back on the remarkable journey of John L. Petersen, one thing becomes clear. His true legacy is not just in predicting the future, but in teaching us how to shape it. Petersen's vision was never about passive observation. It was about empowerment. He believed that humanity has the tools, the intelligence, and the imagination to design a world that is more sustainable, equitable, and resilient. His lifelong work emphasized foresight as a discipline, a way of thinking that should guide governments, organizations, and individuals alike. By combining strategic analysis with deep awareness of human potential, he showed us that the future is not a fixed path, but an open landscape of possibilities waiting to be cultivated. The importance of thinkers like Petersen lies in their ability to expand our perspective. In an age where uncertainty dominates global affairs, his insights remind us that we are not victims of change, we are participants in it. His legacy challenges us to be more intentional, more visionary, and more courageous as we move into the unknown. Ultimately, John L. Petersen's work is a call to action for all of humanity. His legacy is not just the ideas he left behind, but the inspiration to take ownership of our collective future. By following his example, we can move toward a brighter tomorrow, one built not on fear of what lies ahead, but on the creative power of what we choose to build together. Do you think humanity's future will be shaped more by visionary thinkers like John L. Petersen, or by unpredictable events we can't control?